Does anybody remember Baldi's Basics? Because I do, and I'm sure a lot of you do as well. It absolutely took the horror gaming world by storm back in 2018. I specifically remember people in my year 8 maths class playing it in the back row. But other than it being insanely popular upon its release, the game really made no sense. Like, some people genuinely thought this game was about learning and not a horror game. The graphics really stood out as well, as they kind of gimmicked educational games in the 90s, and there is so much content in this game now that the ending is insane. I'm gonna shut up and let's get into it. There are 3 modes: classic mode, party mode, and demo mode. All of these modes suck, but let's start with classic mode. So classic mode is probably the easiest version of them all. It's how Baldi's Basics is supposed to be played, so like the original game. Your friend has left notebooks at school and it's your job to go and collect them. There are 7 you need to collect. Every time you collect a notebook, Baldi gets faster. To the point where once you collect all 7, he is literally faster than your walking speed, so you need to sprint away from him. But your sprint literally runs out, so good luck. After you collect all the notebooks, you need to get to the exit, but not just one exit, all 4 exits around the school. Now, if it was just Baldi in the school and he is the only enemy you need to get away from, the game would be piss easy. So the developer took note of this and added a bunch of other characters to completely fuck up all your runs. The game goes from being a horror game to just a literal rage-inducing experience. I'm not kidding. What the fuck? Pea soda! No way, bro! Get out! There's Baldi, your main enemy. If he gets to you, you die. And yeah, that's really about it. Arts and crafts, or the sock, probably the most bearable character. It doesn't really do anything until you collect all 7 notebooks and head for the exits. If you even look in his direction at this point in the game, it teleports you right next to Baldi. Pretty cool. The bully. He will literally just stand in a random spot in the school and not move unless you have an item in your inventory. If you do, he will disappear, and if you don't, yeah, he's not gonna move and you literally just can't get past him. There's no possible way, man. Principle of the thing. If he sees you sprinting, you go to detention. If he sees you throw any drinks, you go to detention. If you do anything you're not supposed to do, you go to detention. In detention, you are locked in a room for anywhere from 15 seconds to, I don't know, a really high number. Also, Baldi gets alerted that you're in detention, so good luck. First prize can either be a blessing or the worst thing on earth. He loves hugs, and if he sees you, he just pushes you around the area. It can be great if Baldi is close to you and you need distance, or it can be terrible if he pushes you right to Baldi. Gotta sweep. Pretty annoying character. Just goes around the school sweeping anything in its way, including you. And including Baldi. And one more, playtime. Devil itself. Playtime will go around the school asking to play with someone. Not me. If it sees you, you are forced to jump rope with it. This is the most annoying character as it always seems to come up in places you don't want it to be. So avoid all these characters or use them to your advantage. And if you collect all 7 notebooks and make it to all 4 exits, you beat classic mode. Good work! Classic mode is complete. Or is it? Because nearly all indie horror games have secret or alternative endings, and Baldi's Basics is no exception. Now, in the original game, when you collect notebooks, you need to do 3 math questions, and they're really fucking easy. If you can't do them, maybe go back to school or something. So the first notebook you pick up, the math questions are pretty simple, but when you go to your second notebook, that's when things get a little bit weird. The third question is just a jumbled up piece of nothing, and you obviously can't answer it right, so when you get it wrong, Baldi starts chasing you, and that's the original game. And then every question you get wrong after, he gets faster. So with every notebook from then on, there is an impossible question, so he will always get faster. But to get to the alternative ending, you need to answer every single question wrong. Even the ones you can actually answer, you need to get it wrong. And with every question you get wrong, he gets faster. So Baldi will be moving 3 times faster after every notebook than usual. But Baldi does calm down after a while and returns back to his usual speed. So a great strategy is to literally just wait. After collecting a notebook, just make as much distance as you can from Baldi and wait for him to slow back down, and pretty much just pray he doesn't see you. After collecting all the notebooks and getting all the questions wrong and making it to all 4 exits, you have achieved the alternative ending. This usually takes people literally hours. I somehow did this in 3 attempts. Now, this winning screen isn't actually a screen. You can literally just turn around and enter Baldi's office. And in Baldi's office isn't Baldi. There is literally just some random dude standing there. And yeah, he actually speaks to you. Now remember this character is the most important person in this game, not even Baldi, this guy. He speaks to you and tells you to get off the game and destroy it and never come back. He also states that he isn't stuck inside the game, he's pretty much just a corrupted asset. After your conversation with him, he glitches out and your game crashes, and that is it. What the fuck, bruh? So that's the classic mode done and dusted. Give yourself a pat on the back because it only gets worse from here. Party mode. Based off the original birthday bash mode that was released on Baldi's Basics 1-year anniversary. This mode is pretty much the exact same as classic, like nearly the exact same mode, but all the items are now random. So whatever used to be a pick-upable item is now a present, and it gives you a completely random item from the item pool. Also, and this is very important, the regular vending machines you see around the school that give you a B soda when using a quarter in it are now a random vending machine. I don't know. It gives you a fun item, and one of these items include the dangerous teleporter. Now this is a very important item, okay? So as usual, go through the game collecting all the notebooks and getting to all 4 exits while all the items are random, and the ending is a little bit different. Instead of just winning and escaping the school, all the mascots come together to wish you a happy birthday. It's your party, yippee. But things are a little off. Everyone is kind of just floating around, and now you can access a part of the school you couldn't see before because you literally are locked to only looking left and right. Yeah, that's another thing in this game. You can't look up and down, like what the fuck? So in this new secret area, it is literally so confusing. There's a bunch of glitched out Baldies that just fly around without attacking, a couple of secret questions which kind of just do not do anything, a random face, a random chicken nugget, probably something to do with Baldi's Basics Plus, and a random puzzle where you need to count all the different glitched out Baldies corresponding to their color. And when you do complete the puzzle, it brings you into a completely useless room that does nothing. And then the whole world gets completely destroyed and even more glitched and corrupted Baldies to the point where it's the only thing you can see. And then the game stops and you get the winning screen. Congrats. Now, you may be thinking, surely that's the secret ending, right? Well, no, that's literally the normal ending for some reason. The secret ending is a lot more complicated than that. So what's the secret ending? Well, do all of that again, but this time make sure you actually go to the random item vending machine, and just like I said before, pick up the dangerous teleporter. Keep it in your inventory and do not use it until you have successfully escaped the school and are in the same weird limbo area as before. Now, once you are here, use the dangerous teleporter and it will take you somewhere completely random in the school. Once you are back down in the school, which you didn't have access to before, head over to the detention room, and once again you'll find the same guy speaking a bunch of gibberish to us as before. He says he's surprised you found him once again, and once again he would tell you to destroy the game and never come back. And he's annoyed you didn't even listen to him the first time you saw him. And then he glitches out and the game crashes again, achieving you with a second secret ending. But that is definitely not even close to the ending of this game. Demo mode, honestly quite possibly the easiest mode in this game, but it's low-key very different from the other modes. Demo mode is kind of an insight on the fully fleshed out Baldi's Basics game, Baldi's Basics Plus. It's a demo of that. So what's different? Well, for starters, you don't manually do questions anymore. There is literally a massive machine with the question on it, and you have to go around the room and find the right answer floating around and put it in the machine, and you are rewarded with a notebook. Also, demo mode adds a few more characters and ultimately the most annoying characters you have ever seen. These characters include Beans, this annoying little stupid kid that just chucks gum bubbles at you and you get slowed for literally ages and it's so unfair. Cloudy Copter can either be great or horrible. It pushes wind in a direction. It's awesome if you're going that way and hell if you aren't. No! Chalks, or whatever his name is, which will come out of the blackboard if you spend too much time in a classroom. The door will lock and Baldi will be notified where you are. And that's about it, lol. Also, random events can happen around the school, such as the entire school flooding. Pretty good if you go down a whirlpool and teleport somewhere away from Baldi. Baldi can snap his ruler, which means he will make no sound while moving around, but Baldi also can't kill you without his ruler, so I guess it's okay. And the whole school can turn into Silent Hill, and that's really about it. Brent from the future here, there is also another mode where like it changes like gravity and stuff. Pre-editing here, by the way. Just letting you know, bye. The rest of the game is the same. Collect the notebooks with the weird math machines and escape to all 4 exits while surviving the natural events and the new characters, and that's the end. But the secret ending for this mode, in my opinion, is the hardest of them all, and I really mean it. So the secret ending is this. Do the entire demo mode just like I explained, but do not go to the exits. This time, go back to every single classroom and do the math questions again, as there will be a bonus question on each of the machines. So you're basically doing the entire game again while Baldi is at max speed. But one thing I forgot to mention in this mode, which is literally a savior, is that when you get a question right, Baldi stops moving for a second to congratulate you. So use that to your advantage while doing this. After collecting all the notebooks again without dying, you'll receive a portal on your last question. Now, this is honestly the hardest part for me. I had no idea where to place the portal, and I didn't know where it was supposed to go. You're supposed to put it near this poster in one of the classrooms, so yeah, good luck finding it. Oh! Once you place it down, it opens 2 stairs that go to Baldi's basement. Like, why the fuck does he need a basement in a school? Down here, it's really weird. There is a full classroom of books for education for every different year level, but they all the same books, so I guess every student that goes here is actually just kind of fucking stupid. There's a random empty classroom that does nothing, and a puzzle that leads to a weird room that kind of looks like a planning room with a weird shrink machine in the corner. There's also a fidget spinner on the board. In here, we see the infamous Nothing Man again. He asks what the hell are we doing down here, and he introduced himself as Null. Then he kind of does a fourth wall break and accuses us of looking for lore, which is kind of funny. Then he glitches out again and the game crashes. Yes, I didn't know how to do the puzzle, okay? Now what? We've completed all the modes, so what else is there to do to see Null? Well, there is one more secret game mode. Throughout each mode you have already played, we have unlocked fun settings that allowed us to make the game harder if we wanted to. Well, you need to pick a game mode and complete it with all the fun modes turned on to unlock the secret game mode. So I picked classic mode just because I thought it was like the easiest mode. Now, these fun modes do not make the game fun in any way possible. They actually make it so insanely hard. It makes the whole school dark so you can't actually see anything, not even Baldi, but the principal does light up so it makes it a little bit easier. It mirrors the entire school, which really messed with me because now everything is jumbled up everywhere. And it turns on this thing called hard mode, which I don't really know what it does, but Baldi still moves when you're answering questions. And I swear he moves faster. Good luck. It literally took me forever. Also, yeah, you still have to go to all the exits and complete the game as usual with all these modes turned on. It took me so fucking long. But it was done, and now the last mode was available. Null mode. Null mode is very different from every mode. Baldi is gone and replaced with Null, who makes no noise when moving at all. He moves nearly about 2 times faster than Baldi and can smash through windows to get to you faster. It is literally the end game boss of Baldi's Basics. And it's really fucking hard. But there are no maths questions as Baldi isn't here, so no maths needs to be done. Just go in and pick the notebooks up. Throughout the school, there are these things called dirty chalk erasers, which you need to use if you want to survive Null. They pretty much just hide where you are, basically. And he moves really fast, so you will need to be using these a lot. After collecting all the notebooks, it's kind of a little different after this. After you successfully get to the 3rd exit, Null just disappears from the school, and you are free to go to the last exit with no harm. But when you get close, Null comes back and confronts you, saying you're pretty much stupid for even thinking you could win. Anyways, pick up the thing in front of you and throw it at him, and this is where it really starts. A massive boss fight in Baldi's Basics. I mean, what the fuck? Null chases you throughout the whole entire school with the hardest soundtrack you have ever heard. You need to pick up the things around the school and throw them at Null. You need to throw 10 things at him to kill him. And after every single thing you throw at him, he gets faster. Like, much faster. Null also blocks exits so you can't get through just by chucking random shit at it. This will go on for a while and you'll need to be locked in the entire time to win. I got so close to dying. Like, actually, I'm just gonna let you guys watch. Can I get a piece of something? 10! Oh my gosh. I somehow did that on my first go. At the end, you will enter the developer's office. Like, legit, this is a recreation of his real office apparently. In the office, there will be a book that pretty much just ruins all immersion and congratulates you on doing everything you just did. Also, he states there is no lore in this game. Sorry, Matt Pat. Wait, he retired. After you close the book, Null comes back for the final time. But this time, he can't do anything as we already beat him. He glitches out fully and dies. Null's curse has been lifted from the school, and that is the end of Baldi's Basics. So I spent the last 2 weeks on this video. Pretty good. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with it, and I actually love how it came out. I'm really proud of it. Baldi's Basics was a really good game, actually. It took me 18 hours to do all of that and make this video, which took an extra 18. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I love all you guys, and I will see you guys for my next upload. Adios.